to the Think Freely podcast.
Can I hug you?
Me? Oh, yes. I'll take a hug. Oh, wow. Do I get a kiss too? Thank you. No, normally I'm the one that's kissing you on your cheek,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Was I a kissy baby?
Very kissy.
Yep. Was that annoying?
No.
No. Well, that's good. I never remember you saying, please stop kissing me. No, don't kiss my arm. Don't kiss my cheek. So, Mom, how did you feel when you started having some trouble with some memory issues? You told me a long time ago that you said, I know I'm smart enough to know my brain's not working. Everything's not quite functioning. How did that make you feel? What did you do to respond to that in your life? Did you try to research it? Did you try to eat differently? Did you try to talk to people about it? What did you do?
Yeah, I tried to talk to people about it, professionals who would know what all that means.
Mm-hmm. So you started, and then I know you've always eaten certain foods and you've thought that some of that can help with the health of the body. Are there any particular
Oh,
foods that you like are very passionate about for health of the brain?
hmm,
Do you remember which foods you really like to eat? Things that are good for your brain?
hmm.
I know you used to always like to eat walnuts, and you said maybe they help with the brain because they kind of look like a brain. Does
Yeah,
that sound like you?
yes.
Uh-huh. What about other things? Are I know blueberries help with your gut health, but are blueberries good for your brain too?
I don't know.
You
What do
don't
you
know?
know?
I'm trying to remember. I think there are some antioxidant properties. We'll have to put a research link. Oh, there it is right there across the bottom. So I'll put that into the video, a little link that they can read up on blueberries.
Hmm.
But I know that you're really good with drinking green tea and decaffeinated green tea after your morning. And we've been on decaffeinated green tea for the last couple of years, and I think that's been pretty helpful. I know we've always tried to um, take a notice of all of the habits that mom had and trying to make sure that those food items were in her diet and so forth. Can you think of anything else that you um,
Yeah, I avoid sugars.
that was a good one. Like you'd always tell me, don't eat that. That's straight sugar.
Yeah,
Is that not good for your brain?
right. That's my thought.
Right.
I understand that.
I think that is well documented that there's some problems with that, with sugar. So what do you do instead?
Take fruit,
Hmm.
all kinds of different fruits.
I know you're big on medjool dates
Hmm.
and medjool dates.
Oh, yeah.
Does that sound right? And I know you used to mix it with walnut stuffed inside of the medjool date.
Mm-hmm.
That was a good snack so you try to supplement sugary sweet treats with healthy sweet treats that are like natural sugars,
Mm-hmm.
right? Did you go gangbusters on fruits and sweets that way, or did you try to still balance it?
What do you mean gangbustered?
Gangbusters, I don't even know what that means, but it's if you like go if you go all out on something. So didn't you didn't excessively consume like medjool dates and other sweet fruits to eat too much of it, did you?
No, I tried to limit it.
So you still had it, but you just kind of used it in moderation?
Yes,
Okay. Okay. What are some other things that you do? How important is sleep?
it's very important, giving your brain a chance to rest.
Uh-huh.
So I try to go to bed early when I put your mom in bed. and then I go for myself.
Okay. So when you're able to go to bed um and get some recovery sleep, you try to get to bed and have a good solid night sleep. I
Mm-hmm.
remember when you were younger, you used to say sleep is a gift because you were struggling with sleep a while ago. And it was kind of a problem, like you couldn't get to sleep, and you were trying things like melatonin and other things. But was there any magic trick to that helps you sleep in particular? What kinds of things do you eat at night before you go to bed?
Oh, like a banana.
And what else? Do you put anything on that banana, those banana slices?
Mm-hmm.
What?
I don't remember.
Do you remember if I told you a choice between peanut butter or almond butter, what would you say went on your banana?
Almond butter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's a routine for you, isn't it?
Yes.
And then what kind of tea do you drink at night? You drink the decaf green during the day, but then what do you drink at night?
Mm.
Sweet, it's called Sweet Dreams or
Sweet
Sleepy
dream.
Time.
Sweet,
What's the herb that's used in that tea?
sweet dreams.
Do you remember?
No.
Is it passion fruit or chamomile?
Chamomile.
Aha, that's the one. And so between those two drinks, the green tea and the chamomile, those account for a lot of your hydration during the day. And we track those between our caregiver and myself, and we have a counter. So we have a cup on a calendar, and we mark the number of cups that she's drinking during the day, so we can help track and make sure that the fluid intake is high enough so that there's good hydration through the body. It's one of the biggest problems of when we get older, we don't drink enough. We don't remember to drink, right?
Right.
But you always like a good cup of tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we try to keep that flowing and we track it and we try to hit at least 4 to 5 um 12 to 16 ounce cups. hmm
Mm-hmm.
And to do that, we do like a Braun 2 liter hot water service in her room. And so we fill that up in the morning and it lasts all day. And that was one of the small problems that we had with the care centers. Because she would have that as her routine, we could not get the care centers to consistently provide that. And that was the way she consumed fluids. So we are very aware that the tracking method that we've been doing, we were able to solve that problem with really good documentation, teamwork, and documenting that. And mom, you do your part in drinking, right?
Mm-hmm.
You sometimes you like to have it warmed back up. Sometimes you have it cooled down. If it's fresh off the pot,
Mm-hmm.
we bring you a couple ice cubes, right?
Yeah.
And you test it and you say one more ice cube, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we have a good thing for fluids. Now, before we wrap up today's program, we want to talk about sleep. And within the sleep cycle, we are using a tool. Let me see what the name of the tool is that I use. It's a mobile app. One second. SleepTracker. It is a product of another company that not related to us, but SleepTracker has a little sensor, and there's a bunch of sleep trackers out there. And you put the sensor under the bed. You connect it to a little power source. You download the app to your phone. You activate your account, create an account just like you would normally add to a new app. And then you add a user, which is just if it's just one person, you put in one user and you identify their weight, their other things about a female and so forth. And then it will track the sleep. As soon as mom goes into bed and you fall asleep like you like to do, it will be sensing her respiration, her heart rate, um, her then the different levels of sleep and alertness. So if she's waking, a little bit up during the night, we will have a complete record in the morning of what's going on. And we can check it periodically and just reset the numbers. It'll keep going. You can still stop it and check and see what's been happening in the last 4 hours and see if she's been getting her sleep. You might want to intervene. And sometimes, if there's an alertness during the night too, and you see that she's waking, you might be able to observe it on a Ring camera, a Ring doorbell, and see that she's awake. And you can always help her to the bathroom, maybe at a different time, or you might just be uncomfortable or something in bed. And so um, we will use that alerting system to tell us, but then we'll also look back over the night at the sleep tracker, and I'll show you an example of what that looks like. And inside the camera, I'm going to show you a grid, and you'll see it has these charts that show deep sleep, awakenings, little micro awakenings, and we will provide a little bit more detail about that at some other time. But just suffice it to say, it's been invaluable to be able to track sleep and know whether she's getting a good night's rest. Maybe we do have mom take an extra nap in the morning if she was up all night, because isn't it nice to know that somebody doesn't force you to be awake if you really had a truly bad night? And mom, you might not remember you had a bad night, right?
Yeah.
So there's a problem of being a good historian on how the night went. And so that's what we wanted to share today. Is there anything else that you'd like to say to people to encourage them out there that are dealing with these memory problems?
Well, one good reason for getting up is to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, yes. And so if I approach you at night, that's usually the best question, like, can I help you to the bathroom? Right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, and then you're like, yeah, let's do that, right? Because you know whether you want to or not. And then sometimes you'll be like, nope, I'm good, right?
Yeah.
Well, hey, thank you all for tuning in, and we're going to try to provide those links and the materials about the Ring doorbell. We'll be getting more into in the future broadcasts, but also the sleep tracker and how to find that. And I'll put a link in the actual video itself. So thank you, and we'll wave. We wave right up here to the camera. We'll just wave goodbye. Thank you. Talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye. Thank you, Ma. It was a good podcast. Did you enjoy that?
Yes, it was very special.